Today I would like to explain Unit 3, Puru the Brave. So Puru is the name of the king. He was Indian king. So British ruled our country. Now before the Britishers, Alexander invaded our country. So this occurred during that region. Okay. So it was the real incident. It's not a story. So Alexander was the great king of Macedonia. He conquered Greece, Persia, and many more countries. And he came to India with the army to conquer the Indian kingdoms also. So in India also he conquered many kingdoms, and he made them as the kings as his vassals, means Samantaraju. Okay. And he wanted to defeat Puru also. So he called for him to come and meet him, but he didn't come to see Alexander. So he got angry, and because Puru was very brave and patriotic, he didn't come to see the Alexander. If he come to see Alexander, he has to surrender to him. Without war, he has to surrender his kingdom to Alexander. So that's why he didn't come. So he got angry, and great battle occurred between the Alexander army and Puru's army. And in the war, every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. But at last, these Greek generals only, they are very skillful, more skillful, and they have guns like that, weapons also. Whereas Indians don't have any such weapons. They used to fight with the knives and bars only. So that's why, because they're more skillful, they only won the war. Okay, Alexander won the war. So Indian generals follow old methods, and they don't have any sophisticated weapons. Okay, and Puru continued to fight alone when all the others are left the field, because he was very patriotic. So here he killed at least of hundreds of Alexander's men with his sword, and he too himself was wounded very badly, and at last he was captured. So finally Alexander won the battle, but he was very much moved by the patriotism of Puru, and he left him free and made friends with him. Okay, so this is the theme of the lesson. Okay, so here let's move to the lesson. So here it's like a play, it's like a drama. So here characters: Alexander, king of Macedonia, who conquered Greece, Persia, etc., and Puru, asking a king of northern India. So he used to be like a king in the North India, Puru. Okay. So I think a serial was also telecasted in a Sony channel about Puru. So 4 Greek generals, this is the scenery. 4 Greek generals and 6 soldiers are there in the camp of Alexander at on the banks of Jhelum river. And he was sitting on the high chair. Alexander was sitting on the high chair, and his 4 generals are sitting on the low chairs, and 2 Greek soldiers are standing at the door, and Alexander is having a talk with his generals. So here Alexander along with 4 generals having a talk. Okay, so let's see what they are saying. Alexander: the battle of Jhelum will go down in the history of our country. First general: it will go down in the history of India too. Second general: it will go down in the history of the world. Third general: I have never fought such a battle before. Fourth general: I haven't either. Until the last moment, I couldn't believe that we would be able to defeat the army of Puru. So Alexander was saying that it was a great war, and it will go in the history of their country. Then first general was saying that it will go in the history of India too, and second general was saying that it will go in the history of the world. Means it will be like a great historical moment. It will be recorded in the history of the world. Such a great war was that. So third general said that he never fought such a great battle, and fourth general told that yes, he also didn't fight in his life such a great war, and he don't have any hope of winning the war. until the last moment. So then the Alexander told that yes, it has been a great battle, perhaps the greatest of my life. I must say every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. So Alexander said that yes, obviously it was a great battle, and it was the greatest of all the wars in his life, Alexander's life. He fought many wars, no? He defeated many kingdoms, no? But among all, it was the greatest war. And he told that Indian soldiers fought like tigers. So then first general told that they fought like devils, Your Majesty. Devils means with the great, okay, great, what we say, patriotism. They fought with great patriotism. Even though they don't have any sophisticated weapons like that, skillful wars, but even though they fought for their country, because they don't want to lose their kingdom. Such a great patriotism they have. Alexander, the Indians are good soldiers. They know how to fight. They fight better than our men. So Alexander said that Indians are very good soldiers. So they know how to fight and they are better than the Greek soldiers. Then the second general said that, but their generals aren't as good as ours. But the generals means some important headmen will be there, no? Each man have some group. They have to control the group. King alone cannot control all the thousands of army, no? So they appoint generals. So each general will be supplied with some group of soldiers. So he had to take care of the soldiers. So whatever he say, no, soldiers will follow. So generals will play very, very important role in the wars. So they are not good as Greeks generals, it seems, okay. So Alexander, if you mean they aren't brave as Greek generals, I don't agree. But Alexander was not agreeing. I don't agree with you. He's saying that I don't agree with you. They are also very good generals. Second general, but they aren't very skillful, Your Highness. Again, second general said that though they are patriotic, but they don't have as much as skill as general Greek generals. Alexander, I see what you mean, and here I agree with you. The Indian generals are still following the old methods of warfare. Their battle plans are faulty and they depend too much upon their elephants. But as fighters, they are wonderful. I have the highest respect for them. Then Alexander told that yes, I agree with you. They are not much skillful because they are still following the old methods of warfare, and their battle plans are faulty. Faulty means mistake. There are mistakes in the plans, and they depend too much on the elephants only. But their war skill, they are very wonderful fighters. Okay, they are ready to do anything. They are ready to sacrifice their lives for the country. So I have highest respect for them. So third general, I was amazed to see how Puru fought in the battle of Jhelum. So Puru was really a very, very great king. Okay, so he fought like anything in the war. If anyone see, no, so they will be amazed. Okay, so then fourth general said that he continued to fight even when others had left the field. Okay, others had left the field because they thought that they understood that actually, not thinking, they understood that Greek soldiers are going to win. Alexander was going to win the war. So to save their lives, they fled away from the war field. But even then, Puru, I think he had also had opportunity to flee away from the war field. But he didn't do like that. He still continued to fight. I think he killed at least hundreds of men with his sword. He alone killed hundreds of Greek soldiers. Second general, and injured many more. So not only killing, many more soldiers were injured by Puru. First general, he was badly injured himself also. Even though he continued to fight, he didn't give up. Second general, that's why we were able to capture him. Because he was injured, they were able to capture him. Otherwise, I think they weren't able to capture Puru. Alexander, oh, he is a brave man and a great soldier. I wish he was one of my generals. So he said that, Alexander said that, yes, he was very, very brave man. I wish he was one of my general. Second general, he is proud man, Your Majesty. He said that, but he was very proud. His character was very proud. Alexander, a soldier is not a soldier if he is not proud. I am not angry with him at all. He was not frightened by the news of my victories and refused to bow before me. Then Alexander said that a soldier will not be a soldier if he is not proud. See, a soldier should be proud of his country, not proud of himself actually. That proudness is not a bad character. It was a good character. Okay. And he said that he was not angry with Puru, and he said that Puru wasn't frightened by the news of his victories, means victories of Alexander. Many people, many kings, when they come to know about victories of Alexander, before doing war, they surrendered themselves to Alexander. But Puru didn't do like that. He didn't bow before Alexander because it was treated like a shameful to the king. Okay. First general, he will be brought to your majesty soon. Let us see how he behaves. Alexander, I am sure he will not behave like a coward. Coward means piriki. Okay. Without braveness. Okay. Then the soldier enters and bow to Alexander. Soldier, sir, Puru has been brought to the camp. So they brought Puru to the camp. Alexander, has he been put in chains? Soldier, yes, your majesty. Go and remove the chains and bring him in. I don't want to see a brave man in chains. So then Alexander asked, did he is in the chains? Then soldier said that yes, your majesty, we put him in the chains. Then Alexander told that no, go and remove the chains. I don't want to see him in the chains because he was after all a brave man. Then the soldier bows and goes out. Alexander, they should not have put him in the chains. He is a king. Okay. And besides being a great soldier, so he was a king, he was in high rank, so he was not supposed to be in the chains, like that Alexander said. Then Puru enters with the 4 Greek soldiers following him. Alexander and the generals stand up to greet him. Puru joins the palms of his hands and raises himself to his forehead to return the greetings. Then Puru was brought to the Alexander, and as soon as he entered into the camp, along with the Alexander, generals also stood up to greet him, and Puru also joined Namaskaram. We treat by saying Namaskaram, no? Like that he also joined his palms to greet Alexander. Alexander to the soldiers, you may go. So 4 soldiers brought Puru, no? Alexander told them to go out. Then they went out. Alexander to Puru, well, how are you, king? So Puru, my name is Puru. Alexander, all right. You are sorry for the mistake you made, Puru. So he is asking, are you sorry? Means why he is to feel sorry? Why Alexander is feeling that Puru had to feel sorry? Because he didn't bow before Alexander. He fought the war, but even then he was defeated. So he should feel sorry to doing the war with the Alexander. So that was the feeling of Alexander. Puru, I made no mistake, sir. So see, by after doing the war, if you lose it also no problem. But before doing the war only, if you surrender to the other king like a coward, it will be the mistake. Okay. So Alexander, don't you reject my proposal? So he said that you rejected my proposal. No, that's why are you feeling sorry? Like that he was asking. Puru, I did. I refused to be your vassal. Vassal means, I told no, Samantarajulu. Okay. So he will rule his kingdom. But all the rules he should follow. Okay, whoever the king he surrendered, no. He should follow all the rules of that king. So it was like a dummy. Okay, dummy king. He don't have great powers. See, he has to follow all the rules of the king. And he has to pay a lot of tax to the king also. So such king is called as a vassal. And he don't have any respect among the people also. Isn't it? So Alexander, do you know that many kings have gladly agreed to be my vassals? Puru, I know that. And I also know that none of them is Puru. So he said that I know that many kings gladly, means happily agreed to be the vassals of Alexander. But I know that none of them is Puru, means nobody are like a Puru. He is saying like that. First general, softly to the second general. He is indeed a very proud man. said that yes, he is very proud man, and he is proud of being a king of India. First, Alexander, don't you realize that you are my prisoner? So Alexander said that you are talking like this. Are you talking like this? So don't you realize that you are a prisoner? You're not talking like a prisoner. So Puru, I do, but that doesn't make any difference to me. I'm still the lawful king of my country. He said that yes, I know that I am the prisoner of you, but it make no difference to me. Okay, I'm still lawful king of my kingdom, my country. Alexander, how shall I treat you? Puru, as a king should treat another king. He said that you should treat me like a king treat another king. Alexander, Puru, you are a brave man. I'm pleased with you. I want to make friends with you. Will you be a friend of to me? So he said that yes, you are a very brave man. I'm pleased with you, and I want to make friendship with you. Will you be my friend? Like that he asked Puru, on one condition. See, he was a prisoner, but was keeping the condition. He said that I'll agree your friendship, but on one condition. Alexander, what is that condition? My kingdom should remain independent, and you should treat me as your equal. So he said that my kingdom should be independent. You should not rule my kingdom. And you should treat me as your equal. Means to your equal. Then Alexander agreed. After a pause, I am proud of your friendship, my brother. So Alexander was very much pleased with the Puru's behavior. And he said that I am proud of our friendship, my brother. He was saying brother to Puru. Puru, I'll do my best to the worthy of friendship of Alexander the Great. He said that yes, if you are my friend, I'll do my best to keep the worthy of the friendship. Alexander the Great. The generals bow to the Alexander and Puru. So this is the scenery. So how great was Puru king? Okay. So let's see the glossary. Go down means to be recorded. Your Highness means the title of the respect used when talking or about a member of a royal family. Generally, Your Highness, we greet Your Highness to judges, okay, or to the kings, or very sophisticated family, royal families are there, no? For them, generally, the servants will greet them like this, Your Highness. Warfare, act of fighting a war. Your Majesty, the way of addressing royal people. It's also same. Highness, Your Majesty. Both are same. Vassal, a man promising to fight for a king in return for the right to hold land. So, vassals, Samantarajulu, and whenever the king go or declares a war on any other king, the vassals should also join the king and fight behalf of him. Okay, and they have to pay taxes and whatever the rules are there, no, they have to follow the rules of the king. They don't have much independence to rule their country. Okay, they will be like a namesake king. So by this we have finished the lesson. So read the lesson. I'll post question answers each day, every day, and copy those question answers in your files. Okay. So that's all for today. Have a good day.